Okay, good afternoon to the Wellcoin Talk community. Today we have an AMA with AQX, a central exchange that we'll be going into shortly. But first, can you tell us about the core team's background and experience in the crypto industry? Yongjin, thanks.
Sure. So our team started trading both cryptocurrency and traditional financial markets since 2014. Um, and in mid 2020, we did a spin-off to start our new cryptocurrency exchange project called AQX. So we have a lot of very talented engineers and quantitative researchers in our trading team. And on top of them, as we grow, our team has hired many experienced players in this crypto industry. Our guys are from Hobby, Bybit, OKX, Crypto.com, Maxi, Bithum, and many other exchanges. So I would say that our team has very strong engineering backgrounds and also in-depth knowledge in the crypto exchange business.
Awesome. So yeah, can you give us an introduction and background on the AQX central exchange for our investors? That would be great, Yongjin.
Sure. It's a centralized exchange with full KYC and AML. We have applied for the DLT license in one of the European countries, and we're expecting to get it in coming months. We offer both crypto spot and derivatives products. One of our focus is to list up interesting coin projects reviewed by our team in a fast manner. And as because of our background, we're professional traders, so we would like to deliver fun, safe, convenient, and secure trading experience to our users. That's our main focus.
Great. And what is the AQX central exchange doing different to the competition to acquire and retain traders, investors on your platform?
That's a good question. So honestly, this market is quite competitive. A lot of leading exchanges are doing a great job. So our team keeps thinking of how we can do better and differently. So initially our focus is we would like to provide some useful trading tools, for example, like automated tradings, and we plan to provide some key statistics that will potentially help our investors invest in a more wisely with enough tools and enough information. Um, and also, we have plans to provide some interesting trading competitions at community level, not at the firm level. And also, in the long run, our team will continuously bring a new interesting projects, protocols, and tokens into our platform so that we can leverage that to gain new users, and they can come to our platform to participate in IEO and even trade on those newly listed coins. So that's our strategies.
What are the security measures in place to protect traders' assets on the platform?
So our team has strict, conservative, strict security measures that are not compromised for convenience. So they are integrated on AQX through various means such as policy, guidelines, secure coding, penetration test, security audits, data encryption, separation of duties, access control, wallet management, and we also do real-time monitoring. So one example of our safety measures is that the AQX trading engine continuously does a full risk check on every single transaction. So our trading engine shuts down immediately if a single cent goes missing or is transferred incorrectly.
Great. And can we go into these trading fee structures on the central exchange and what stable coins are supported for investors?
Yeah, so we have different fee tiers for makers and takers for now. So our maker trades, the users pay 0.02%, 2 basis point, and our taker trades, we charge 4 basis points. We have two types of stablecoins we support. One type is US equivalent stablecoins, such as USDC and BUSD. So those stablecoins are fungible and displayed equally internally as USD. And the second type that we support is a floating stablecoin, I would say, for example, like USDT. These types of stablecoins are treated as asset, and we offer a converting option between USDT and other USD equivalent stablecoins.
And what staking options will be available on a central exchange for traders and investors?
Can you say that again? Sorry, I missed.
Yeah, sorry. What staking options will be available on the central exchange for traders and investors?
Yeah, sure. So we will issue our own exchange token that comes with a lot of utilities, and we'll certainly offer a staking option for our own token. And on top of that, we're discussing with various protocols and projects for token listing on AQX. And once they are on our spot market, we have plans to offer staking services on some of the tokens that we have. There will be further updates on our platforms once it's ready.
Awesome. What's the timeline for the open beta testing and the duration period going to be?
Currently, we do not have a fixed timeline for the duration of the open beta testing. We plan to have an open beta period until we deliver some key features such as mobile apps, Spot, Launchpad, which our team is expecting to be done by early Q4 this year.
Okay, and do you plan to offer a crypto credit card on the central exchange in the future?
Yes, we do. As we're providing services globally, having a convenient way to transfer and withdraw fiat is one of our important issues. So we plan to support USD wire transfer, and we will also work with the several credit card companies to make the fiat transfer easier.
Okay, and how do you plan to support high liquidity and tight spreads on the central exchange?
So as I mentioned earlier, so we're backed by Presto Labs, one of the leading liquidity providers to crypto exchanges in the world. Presto Labs achieves over $3 billion in daily average volume in crypto market, with a total trading volume of over $1 trillion in last year. So with Presto Labs' backing, AQX users are guaranteed high liquidity and tight spreads on our platform from day one. We actually tested this in closed beta last year that we did with the fewer number of users, and then we got a great feedback that our liquidity was almost as good as the top tier exchanges in the world now.
And what licenses will the AQX central exchange be acquiring?
So we're going to acquire DLT license. It's a distributed ledger technology in one of the European countries. It covers both spot and derivatives products in crypto. We've submitted our final draft to the government, and our team is expecting to get the license in the coming months.
And can we go into details about the AQXT token and how investors can get involved with the pre-sale and crowd sale?
Sure. So we're going to issue 1 billion AQX token on ERC20, but we didn't fix the time yet. We're expecting that our team will be delivering more features until we offer those tokens. And so the pre-sale is our pre-sale of AQX token is open during the seed funding round for VCs, while the public can get involved in AQX token during the crowd sales round. For more information, you can read our white paper.
Okay, great. And let's move on to some community questions from your community. I've got here, Kaka asks, ambassadors play a very important role in every project. Do you have an ambassador program? And if yes, can you share the details with us?
Can you say it again? Sorry, I missed it.
Great, yeah. Kaka, one of your investors, has sent a question there. Ambassadors play a very important role in every project. Do you have an ambassador program? And if yes, please share the details with us.
Oh, sure. So at this very moment, we do not have ambassador program implemented yet, but our team definitely understands that it is important. So we will issue a news and more updates about ambassador program. So we'll probably work together with various ambassadors from different communities to build up our users community, and then we're gonna work with more users from more different countries with ambassadors.
Okay, awesome. And then another question was from Bitcoin Future. Are you planning to promote your project in countries, regions where English is maybe not the first language? Do you have a local community for them to better understand your project?
Yeah, so we're definitely have planned to promote our project in those countries and regions as we see great potential. Um, However, as we have just launched our open beta, we do not have local communities for these non-English speaking countries yet, but our team is definitely looking for supporting those countries. So yes.
Great. And next one is from Pansy. Since Presto Labs is already a successful trading company, why are you creating an exchange?
That's a good question. So, as a trader for so many years using different crypto exchanges, I personally felt that there are many areas that can be done better, especially from the professional trader's perspective. So each exchange has its pros and cons. So our team's goal is to make a crypto exchange that truly helps our users do successful and secure investment in our platform in the long run.
Okay, awesome. Next question was from Sherlyn. With the current situations happening in the stocks and crypto world, what do you think will be the trend moving forward? Although it's a quite hard question to ask, because if we all knew what was happening in the future in crypto, we'd be very rich.
Yeah. So we're certainly in a bearish market now. As I think it's due to the inflation coming from the supply chain issues. So it really depends on how sustainable this inflation is. Some people say that this is transitory. Some might say that hey, this is a structural issues, so inflation might prolong. So it really depends on the inflation path, and then depending on that, we're going to see different pace of rate hike, which will impact all global capital markets, both stocks and crypto. And then honestly, the crypto markets recent correlation is quite high compared to, for example, like Nasdaq. So it really depends on like some headline inflations in coming months.
Okay, great. And the next question from your community was JBoss. When can we expect a demo trading platform on your site? Because not everyone is a professional trader, and I'm sure most people would want to have a few practices before they start to trade on the main platform.
Yeah, so our team is working to build a testnet platform, so you can come in and play with the test money, and then even test our APIs. Currently, our APIs are not open. We're going to share more information on our social networks once it's ready.
Okay, great. And let's move on to some questions from our community. Syed asked, I want to understand what will be your selection criteria for listing the projects on AQX platform. I mean, what standards or requirements you will set projects to get listed on your platform?
Sure. It's not fixed and it's not like a absolute criteria, but we do have some factors that we consider. If it's an app, then we check the quality of the app that uses tokenomics. And we're going to review their white papers if it's sustainable. And we generally check the supply plan and their detailed tokenomics and utilities. And they must be sustainable in the long run. Some projects they distribute too much token at the beginning, or they take too much token in a irresponsible ways. So we have to filter out those bad projects. And last point is probably the most important is we're going to check the team's background, what they have done in the past, what kind of guys are working there, what's their experience, so that we can make a proper decision whether this project will be beneficial for our users. So yeah, those factors are what we're going to care. And then that's not everything, but yeah, I think that's the main point.
The next question is from John. I've read in your white paper that AQXT token holders who hold AQXT token for a period of time will receive significant discounts on AQX trading fees. And he wants to understand what minimum amount of tokens users need to hold and for what specific time period to avail discounts on trading fees.
Sure. There's currently a plan to allow discounts for AQX token holders, but the exact details are still in the discussion. So the condition is, I would say, it's not fixed yet. But the plan is to let it be competitive to other exchanges.
Okay, great. And next question from Marianne. I want to know in which countries or regions you'll be starting AQX exchange services and to which regions you are looking to expand your services to.
Yeah, so the service is basically available to all countries except some countries that we couldn't really provide due to the AML perspective. Um, we do have a list, but I cannot really say the entire list yet because it's quite long. Our team is working hard to reduce the number of countries that we cannot service. So please allow us more time to work on this, and we'll keep you updated immediately on any changes.
Okay, great. And the next question from Aisha. It's mentioned on your white paper that one of the key missions for AQX is to significantly reduce money laundering and terrorist financing risk through the development of robust anti-money laundering policies within overall compliance policy. And they want to understand what characteristics of your policy will reduce money laundering and terrorist financing. Can you briefly explain about it?
Sure. Our team will utilize multiple technical solutions such as identity verification and blockchain analytics vendors to enhance KYC processes and AML controls. And on top of it, we will also focus on internal awareness as the team realizes that the importance of building a strong compliance culture throughout all levels of our organization. These measures will keep our platform in line with international regulations to protect our customers trading on our platform.
Great, and let's move on to Mary asks, on your white paper, it's mentioned that one of the features to retain the users is offering professional trading features. It got me thinking that will AQX platform have any features to help and guide traders who are new to crypto space to make better decisions in trading for earning some good profits as well?
Our team believes that the education is a key to empowering traders to make more informed decisions when it comes to trading, which is why our team has created numerous contents both on our social media and website to educate and inform our community and users about the crypto trading and crypto market in general. So to view our contents, you can follow us on our social media channels.
Great. And the next question from Venice. Do you have anything in place to notify the users beforehand when their positions are near to liquidation? And how much percentage of users' margin will be preserved by the system in order to protect users from market risks and threats?
So we have a system to notify users by emailing users when a liquidation event is about to happen.
Right. And do you also have a plan for the IDOs of the new projects listing on your exchange and allow people to participate in it after generating some volume daily, like Hubi exchanges doing IDOs and they have a requirement for holding their native token or generating volume to be participated in the IDOs and randomly reward the tokens of launch projects to the participants?
I think the person who asked this question meant to say IEO, I guess. That's as far as I understand, that's what Hobie is doing. But anyway, we do have plans to do a Launchpad IEO feature with for the users that possesses our tokens. We'll definitely have something that you just mentioned. It's going to be quite similar, but maybe more competitive. We'll definitely have commission reduction, and they can, if they hold Aqxt token, they can participate into our IEO events. And we plan to have a random airdrop events for our token holders and who actually stated our tokens into our platform. So yes, we do have a plan. And if you look at our white papers, uh, you can actually see a lot more utilities for our Aqxt token holders.
Great. Next question from Joanne. Will your exchange have any automated future trading mechanism based on artificial intelligence through which people with less knowledge of future trading can just automate their trades with a few clicks?
Yes, we have some interesting trading tools that enable our users to execute their trades a lot easier. For example, we have some basic stop loss, take winner features. You can automatically close your position in Ethereum, for example, when a certain price of other coins is reached, like Bitcoin. So you can use it when you're when you're sleeping, and you can actually, so those kind of conditions orders are triggered when certain conditions are met in an automated way. We'll provide automated execution such as VWAP and TWAP. Right now, we don't have AI-based mechanisms yet, but we do have plans to provide a lot of interesting statistics that can potentially help our investors make better decisions from the trader's perspective.
That's great. And the next question was from Martha. As you have rewards for new users, how will you prevent people from creating multiple accounts to participate in the event and get multiple rewards? And also, some people need to have multiple accounts in order to manage their trades. So how will you manage the situation?
Yeah, so for now, AQX users can only perform KYC once for their trading account when they sign up. So creating multiple accounts for under one identity is impossible in our platform. And so for multiple accounts, so our team is building a sub account features. So you can create multiple sub accounts under one master account for position segregation, and you can even utilize it for different portfolios under one account. So we do have plan to have this service.
Okay, and the next one's from Dylan. There are current exchanges that uses trading mining models and then buy back the native coins through these fees, but this model normally does not survive for long and will soon decline. Can you tell us how will you protect the price of AQX token and proportionally cause price appreciation?
You got the right point. Simply providing a trading mining reward, especially if the amount is unsustainably too high, then this scheme cannot survive for a long time. So our team plans to provide a lot of interesting utilities by holding our tokens. You can participate our IEO with higher priority. You can stake for more yield farming purpose. Definitely, you can reduce your trading commission by holding our tokens, trading event rewards, and many airdrop events and many others. We'll also burn a certain percentage of our trading commission revenue to help boost the token price in the long run.
Okay, great. Weston had a question. On your white paper, I saw the statements that says tokens that gain attraction in the market will be steadily added and listed on the exchange. My question is, what are other requirements that these tokens must meet to be listed? Will small startups be allowed on this list? If yes, then what are the minimum requirements that you should have before being allowed to be on the list?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, we are considering few key factors for the coin listing. If it's a dApp, then we check the quality of the underlying app that uses tokenomics. And generally speaking, we check the token supply plan over time, and if the tokenomics are sustainable in the long run. And lastly, we're checking the team's background and experience. So whether the token is generated by small team or startups, it doesn't really matter for us. We'll just we do have plans to list up those interesting projects regardless of the size of the project once we have the spot market.
Great. And let's move on to Jeannie. I also saw that users who hold tokens and hope to trade derivatives will not need to convert their tokens. Will you be making a decision for the conversion? And since users need not convert their tokens, does this mean that you will prefer to trade with stable coins?
Okay, since we provide multi-assets as a margin collateral, we do not have any preference whether a user holds a stable coins or other normal coins like Bitcoin or Ethereum. We just keep a negative US dollar balance if a user's position loses, as long as the total margin power is above a maintenance margin level.
Great. And let's move on to Bob. He asks, staking cryptocurrencies is a process that involves committing your crypto assets to support a blockchain network and confirm transactions. How would you go about using committed tokens as a margin for trading derivatives?
At the very moment, only unstaked floating assets can be used as a margin collateral. However, we have a plan to recognize those locked up assets as a collateral with some appropriate haircuts in value. For example, like if you unlock delays too long for some staking services or products, and then we would probably have to impose stricter haircuts. So my answer is yes, we do have a plan.
Okay, great. And can you run us through AQXT's unique liquidation system, which is the partial liquidation system you mentioned, and explain what makes this system stand out so investors and traders who want to put their money to trade on your project can be assured of the reduced market risks and threats you promised to protect them from?
The core mechanism of our partial liquidation system is that first, the initial and maintenance margin rates increase with the position size. And second, the system preserves some portion of users' margin, which many other exchanges simply take away. And AQX will then liquidate a user's position only up to a certain position size, giving the user a buffer so that a lower maintenance margin rate will be applied. Users will get a choice of maintaining or unwinding their remaining positions. In this way, we have designed our own unique liquidation system to protect users from market risks and threats.
That's great. And let's move on to Bonson. Will traders who give you their money still have some form of control when making decisions about trading? Or once their money is in, do you just decide on how best to use to trade?
Can you say it again?
Give you their money still have some form of control when making decisions about trading. I don't know whether he's asking about auto trading or once their money is there, you decide on how best to use to trade.
So auto trading?
I think that's the gist is trying.
Okay. So there are several like automated trading you can think of. Like for example, like automated execution is free up and tee up. Basically, they minimize the market impact, and you plan your orders being executed over time. So you can you don't. I mean, you have less chance of losing too much or winning too much by entering a certain huge positions. So we call them like automated execution for that. And there's some other automated trading tools, such as like you trigger your own like some you enter a position with some conditions. We call it like conditional orders. So for example, like if you enter long position in Ethereum at $2,000, but only if Bitcoin stays above 31K, you can actually choose some conditions to actually trigger your orders with some preconditions in Bitcoin price into Ethereum. So we
Great. That's all the questions from our investors and your investors there. Was there a presentation you wanted to do at some point in the call so investors can see the platform, the central exchange?
Yeah, so we can share some demo video if you allow me some time.
That'd be great. Yeah. Meanwhile, can we do a recap over the project for anyone that's joined the call later on about the central exchange and the AQXT token? Yeah. So if we could just do a recap, Yongjin, for investors that
Sorry.
joined.
Yeah. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry about that. Can you unmute one of our team members so that she can turn on the
Ian, is it?
Yeah, Ian. Yes.
Yeah. Ian.
Can you raise
Yeah,
your hand?
I'm
Oh,
muted.
yeah. Yeah, she's unmuted. Okay, great.
Hello, thank you.
Sharing your screen, Ian. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I guess Ian needs a bit of more time.
Yeah, if we could go over the recap for investors that have joined in the middle of the call today about the AQX T token and the AQX central exchange, that'd be great. Yongjin.
Yeah, sure. It's a centralized exchange. We're gonna offer both spot and derivatives products. We applied for a DLT license in one of the European countries, and we're expecting to get the license and turn it on in a few months. So our focus is on deliver the best trading environment to our users from the trader's perspective. And one of our focus is to list up some interesting projects in our spot market once we have the feature ready in Q4. So yeah, we're gonna issue our token. It's AQXT. We're gonna issue like initial supply of 1 billion tokens. It's gonna be on ERC20 mainnet. Yeah, so it comes with a bunch of different utilities. You can enjoy ICO participation rights, commission reduction. You can get some airdrops, and definitely our team is trying to burn our tokens over time. A certain portion of the trading revenue goes to burn the token supply to boost up the price in a sustainable way in the long run. Yeah, I think Yoon is ready for her video now.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
I'll tell you when we can see that. Are you sharing the screen in the call, Ian?
Okay, so I'll be playing the video now.
The shared user interface, or is it one you've developed in-house personally?
Sorry, could you repeat what you just said?
Yeah, the user interface, is it a unique one that AQX Central Exchange is using, or has it been built in-house, or is it one that other platforms use?
Sorry, I was a bit away. Can you say it again?
Yeah, but I was wondering about the AQX user interface on the platform. There's some echoing.
Yeah, so wait, hold on a second. Yeah. So right now we have, so we have web version and mobile web, and then we're still developing our mobile apps. Was that what you asked?
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's a unique user interface platform, or if it's used by other competition.
Yeah, so we have planned to launch our mobile apps in next quarter. So I think we're going to show only web pages and mobile web today.
Okay, awesome. We've got a few hands up here, so I can maybe take some questions from investors. Let's see, Describe, you had a question for the AQX Central Exchange. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can, yeah. No, I think you're cutting out there. Let's move on to...
I think our video kind of stopped. You want to continue watching it, or you want to take the random questions first?
Yeah, we could take the random questions. Elvis, you had a question here for AQX.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for picking me, man. My question is about the maker and taker fees for trading Bitcoin, because I'm a maker actually, but in too many exchanges, I have to pay too much fees for being maker. So I want to know what is the percentage of the maker and taker fees on your exchange. Thank you.
Thanks for your question. So we did some internal research. We checked all the top tier exchanges, what their fees are, and we actually did internal study to set those initial fee levels. But this is a very early stage of the exchange. So as we develop our business, we can adjust our fees accordingly. But for now, it's 2 basis points for makers and 4 basis points for takers for all users to make it simple. And I think it's quite competitive especially for those users who trade less volume.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's move on to Peltz. You had a question for the AQX team. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you?
All right. My question is, can you list 3 things, 3 killer features of your exchange that will make people flock over to your exchange in the long term?
3 key features.
Competitive.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. I hear some echoes. Okay. Yeah, so since our team has algorithmic trading backgrounds, so one of the key features that we want to bring in is to plan to provide some key statistics that will help our investors invest in a better and wise way. And then we're gonna provide some useful trading tools like automated trading and automated execution that I just mentioned. And then the last point is we will focus on the coin listing. Our team is thinking of we make a push to GameFi. We see that there's a great potential in GameFi community. A lot of interesting, capable game publishers are preparing their tokenomics, and they're bringing their games into Web 3.0 side. So we plan to work with them and then try to bring interesting GameFi projects into our platform at earlier times so that our investors can get great investment opportunities.
My last question is, are you planning to, is your marketing planning to reach the people outside of crypto who are not really used to, what goes on in this space? And if so, how do you plan to educate them properly so as not to make any mistakes while using your platform?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, we do have plan to acquire users from not necessarily from those who didn't have past experience in crypto trading, but since we're on offshore based, I would say we're gonna initially provide a crypto to crypto trading experience for both spot and derivatives. That means, that being said, our users would probably have to transfer their crypto assets from their wallets or their exchanges to us to begin with. So I expect that the users that will come to our platform would need a bit of they do have some learning curves. So we do have plans to educate them properly so that they don't make mistakes in transfer money and make trading, especially on derivatives products, because if you use too much leverages or if you have too many positions in multiple products, it's really easy to make mistakes on calculating its liquidation price, for example. So our team has a plan to educate them and then guide them better so that they would not make mistakes.
Thank you, bro. Good luck with your project. Really nice stuff you have going on. And yeah, bye.
Thank you very much.
Let's move on to Dexter Adler. You had a question for the AQX project with Yongjin. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me? So my question is about KYC. Do we need to pass any KYC process to trade on your exchange, just like other exchanges?
Yes, unfortunately, that's a mandatory. I mean, you have to key in your KYC information to trade in our platform. I mean, we're planning to make the testnet, or even some some new users who didn't pass KYC, they can still play with us with some trading events, with some AQX point, I would say. But for most of the normal cases, you do have to pass KYC, because we'll be fully licensed under DAT license in Europe. So yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we'll move on from the questions. I think Yuyun has got the video to share again. I think we needed the audio on the video to share.
Yeah, we're going to resume the video. Thank you.
Hello, sorry about that just now. Didn't know that you guys can't hear the video, so let me try it, share it again. Can y'all see the chat screen?
Oh, yeah, I can see it now. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the confirmation.
We can trade, Agari. Great question, Artemis. So how users can trade is all they need to do is to click on the trade button that we currently have on our website, which is located there. And what you're going to do next is, from the left-hand side, you're able to see a button that we have, and we currently offer perpetual swaps. There are about 54 contract pairs on our platform up till date, and we will be listing more in the future, hopefully. And we will be announcing it on our social media pages as well, on the notices that we have, that Quinoa will be further elaborating later on. And then if you look down of the trading pairs list, you're able to click on settings, and you're able to change your theme, either night mode or day mode, according to your preferences.
Oh wow, we can customize our trading dashboard?
Of course. Not only you can customize your night and day mode theme, you're also able to favorite your trading pairs by clicking on the star icon that's located beside of the trading pair, and it will automatically be listed on top of the list. For instance, if you go to if you go to omgusd.perp, all you need to do is click on the trading pair and click on the star icon that is beside the name, and it will automatically be listed on top of the list. Do not worry if you would need to search your symbol later on, as if you have already favorited it once you've done so. And moving further, at the bottom of the trading pair list, you're able to see the numbers indicated on top of the time intervals of what you want to see. And you're able to change the time intervals based on your preferences. So in case you don't see the number of hours or minutes that you want, all you need to do is to click on the arrow there and click on your favorite timing that you want to see on the specific trading contract. So for instance, you want to see 6 hours within that time frame. All you need to do is to click on 6 hours and the star icon, and it will show you within 6 hours what happens then. Next, if you want to change the wick, you're able to change so by clicking on the candle icon there, and you can see what kind of graph that you want to change according to your preference. For instance, if we want to look at line on the trading pair that we're currently seeing, you can see the line graph that is shown on the screen today. The next part of the feature that I would like to talk about is the indicators button. So in the indicators button, we have numerous indicators that is shown for our users and made available. And what they'll need to do is to click on their indicator that they want to see in their current trading pair contract. And yeah, so that's how you see and click on your preferences as well.
Okay, hold on a second, Agari. So what if I want to save or screenshot this current screen that we already customized?
Great question, Artemis. I thought you never asked. So on the right-hand side, all you need to do is to click on the snapshot button that is located there in the screen. And what you need to do is to save the image. And once you do so, you'll be brought to another page where you'll be seeing the current trading pair, and as well as the time interval of your current viewing at this moment.
That's really helpful. Thank you so much, Gary. And I can see it on the going back to the trading platform, right? I can see there's some other stuff in the bottom of the trading platform. Would you kindly elaborate more about that?
Yes, sure thing. So not only that, you can also click on this very small icon where you can see the trading tool. This is where traders can use the tools such as Pitchfork, Brush, Trendline, and so on to draw on their platform of their current trading contract that they are viewing. So for instance, you're using the Pitchfork function. All you need to do is to click on Pitchfork and then draw it on the graph. And what you need to do is to snapshot of the current graph that you're looking at, and it will be saved instantly. And just click on the snapshot function and click on save image, and it will bring you to this, and you can see it according to your preferences and save permanently.
Sounds really good. And what about on the bottom part, that right on the positions, open orders, fill history, and order history there?
Okay, so I would like to explain further. So at the bottom, you're able to view your positions, which is the first one, that you've bought or sold, which orders have been already executed in your account. The second thing is the open orders, where the orders have not been executed yet and is waiting for the price to be triggered until it moves to positions. Thirdly is the fill history, where all the previous transactions that you have did in your account, and the order history is to keep track of the positions that you've bought or sold. Okay, and if you scroll up on the far right hand side, which is in the middle, you're able to see the order book, which shows the last traded price, which is also known as LTP, and mark price. The green prices indicates buy long or bid orders, and red prices indicate sell short or ask orders. Users are also able to select the orders that they want for both basic and conditional. So there's all limit order, market order, and conditional order. For conditional orders, traders can set stop loss and take profit. This is where that you can see your order available and adjust your leverage at most for different perpetual swap. So for instance, for OMGUSD.perp, we have leverage at most is at least 100x. So do use this function if you want to know more. And that's it about the trading page.
Okay, I understand how to trade in AQX platform now, Agari. Can I start trading now?
Well, yes, you can, but you will need margin in order for you to do your trading process.
Oh, yeah. So how do we put a margin in account?
It's very simple. You can do that by using our wallet feature, which is located just beside the trade button. All you need to do is to see this, and currently we have a wallet balance of 29.17 USD. It connects with the trading and perpetual swaps that you have in the account.
So we just can deposit our money into the wallet?
Yes.
As in any currency that we can just deposit it in?
Well, not technically. We regret to share to you, if you scroll to the bottom, that you are unable to withdraw, deposit, or withdraw your fiat currency or USD into our platform. However, there's
guys, sorry.
Yes,
Agari, I think we should redo this part.
Huh? Okay.
Shall we redo this part? Just
Okay.
Sorry. Let's just redo this part. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. So, thank you very much, Agari. Now I can understand how to navigate around the trading platform. Can I start trading now?
Well, yes, you can, but you will need margin to trade.
Oh, yes. So how do we put our margin to the account, Agari?
It's very simple. All you can do is by using our wallet feature that we have on our platform. Just click on wallet, that's just beside the trade button. And currently, this is our wallet balance, where users are able to see their wallet balance in their account and also unrealized profit. It connects with the trading and perpetual swaps that you currently have as well.
So I can just deposit my money into the wallet within any currency that I want?
Well, technically not. as we regret to share that you are unable to withdraw or deposit your fiat currency or USD into our platform as of now. You're only able to deposit USDT through both the Explorer network, which is ERC20 or TRC20 network, and convert your USDT into USD with the currency conversion function. How to do so is to click on Convert under USDT and manually key in the amount that you want to convert to either fiat currency or the tokens that we currently support in our platform. And not only that, you're able to use the amount function that we have, which shows the percentages on how much you want to convert it to. So that's a really cool feature. So either you can use the automated one that we currently have or key in manually. And please remember to click submit once you do so. And if you scroll at the bottom, these are the tokens that we are currently supporting for both deposit and withdrawal, which is USDT, ETH, BTC, TRX, XRP, and Link only. You're only able to convert your fiat currency to the token you desire. So what users would need to do is to click on deposit. And once they have clicked on deposit, you'll be shown a wallet ID that you'll need to manually key in or scan the QR code to proceed further. Ever since our open beta launch, every users will only be able to deposit and withdraw when they complete their KYC level 2.
Okay, so how many confirmations do we need for each of these tokens, Agari?
I'm glad that you've asked, Artemis. So there will always be a notice on each token that you have want to deposit or withdraw to. So please read that notice inside when you deposit and withdraw. So for BTC, there's 3 confirmations. For XRP, it's 10 confirmations. And for ETH, USDT, TRX, and Link, there are about 30 confirmations in order to process your transaction. And that's it for our wallet.
I agree. It is it's quite simple process to deposit or withdraw in the AQX wallet. But what if I want to check my past history of deposit or withdrawal?
Yes, I'm able to help you with that. You can click on to the history button here in this wallet page. As you can see, there is one history button for all the tokens. So for example, if you want to check the history for the USDT, all you need to do is click on the history and then you click on the deposit. And then you'll be brought straight away to this page where you can find all the transaction information here.
So where can I check the transaction ID, Quinoa?
Yes, a lot of people might ask, where can I find the TX ID? They cannot find the TX ID. So this is where you can find the TX ID in the deposit history. So you will need to go to the list here. It shows USDT, for example, we have deposited 29.2 USDT, and then you have to go over to this button, TX ID here. You click onto that, and then you'll be brought to another page where it will show you this transaction details. It is another explorer. You can find your hash ID and stuff like that related to your transaction.
I see. Quinoa, I can also see there's a P/L in there. What is that for?
Okay, I can explain further with that. So the P&L, it is the profit and loss. For this page, you can check out the calculated profit and loss. For this total tab, this is a page where you can view the daily and hourly summary of the profit and loss resulting from the fluctuations in the market price of user spot coins and the gains and losses generated during the futures trading. So this is where you can do the sorting daily or hourly and the calendar and the refresh button. And for this page, spot page, this is a page where you can inquire the breakdown of profit and loss according to the price change of the spot coin user have day by day and hour. Yes. The function button is also the same here. And for the futures tab, This is a page where users can view the profit and loss history generated while trading futures by day and hour. And then the function here also the same.
That's quite cool. Oh, sorry, we have not finished yet.
Yes. After this, I can talk briefly about the funding and the rest of the tabs here. So for the funding, for now, we don't have any funding for our demo account. So we are unable to show you, but this is where you can find your funding history. You can sort it by the symbol that you want to see. And for the trading history page, this is directly linked to the trading page that Agari have shown you just now. So you can find the view history, the order history, and the open orders here. So the deposit I've already shown you guys. And for the withdrawal, we currently do not have any withdrawal to show you. But if you do have any, it will show up here. And then if you have ever done any conversion, this is where you can find them. You can filter out the list by clicking on the token that you want to see, for example, from ETH to USDT. And then there's this function, calendar function here, and then the refresh button. So that's about the history page.
Hello. Okay, I think the video is done. Apparently there are a few parts in the video that wasn't cut properly. We apologize for that, and I'll give the time back to Yongjin.
Very much for the presentation. That's great for our investors to see how the central exchange works and the platform. We've got hands up again, so we can maybe go back to investor questions. Let's see. Syed, you had a question for the AQX team here. Yongjin Kim, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. Okay, so I was wondering that will it be necessary for the users to be KYC'd to your platform to be able to use the AQX exchange services, and which services don't require any KYC process?
Jin, there.
Sorry, yeah, I just unmuted. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Thanks for your question. So yeah, unfortunately, most of our services, including trading, transferring crypto assets back and forth, and even converting and spot trading as well, do require you to have full KYC before you use the services based on the mandatory requirements imposed by the government, because we're a centralized exchange with the full custodial wallet, with the license. So I mean, yeah, so that's a requirement.
Understood. So I was thinking that do you have any plan of creating your own payment gateway in future, which can be used on the different online e-commerce platforms for using your token as a payment method?
Sure, that's definitely our plan. In the long run, yes. We're talking to some of the credit card vendors to enable like cash deposit through the credit card, and we're going to have a bank account deposit services. So you can wire your dollar, for example, like from your bank to one of your bank accounts that we created for you. That's our plan. But right now, at this very moment, we do only accept crypto transfers. But in the long run, yes, that's definitely our plan.
Got it. So do you have any plan of creating your own e-commerce platform? Are you thinking about that too?
I think our team for now will focus on the exchange business first, and then we'll probably have a partnership with e-commerce payment gateway service providers. So I think it's better to collaborate with other parties, other business partners, instead of us developing everything from scratch.
Yeah, got it. You are right about that. Okay, thank you so much for answering my
Thank
question.
you.
Yeah, over to you, Dan.
The question side. Let's move to Western. Western Beast, you had a question for AQX team here. Go ahead.
Hi Glenn. Hi guys. So
Hello.
I'm asking about to ask about the trading. how about places where you don't have a very good internet connection, and then I dropped a proposal. For example, I was about to give a trade option, but then due to my internet connection, it didn't go through. Is there a callback system that you have in place on your project?
Our customer support team can take a call and then take some actions if you pass some verification process. So yes, yeah, we do have, we can take some actions on your account if you pass all those, mandatory verification process.
Okay, so can you give us a heads up on what these verification processes might consist of?
You need to verify your identity. For example, like you have to probably present your email and make sure that you're the right person that we're talking to, until our customer support team makes sure that we're talking to the right person. Because if we close or open some of your positions under your account with someone else's permission, that's gonna be a big incident. So to prevent that, we have to check your identity carefully before we take any actions.
Great answer. Yes, my next question. How about I don't know if you've discussed it because I probably hopped in late. How about countries where the cryptocurrency is restricted? For example, say some African countries like Nigeria. Buying your tokens might prove to be slightly difficult. So, do you have any countermeasures against this? Are there any plans you have for this category of people?
That's a very good question. That's always our, internal debate. I mean, what's going to be the proper way? I think our current conclusion is that we have to comply with all jurisdictions as much as we can. For example, in the United States, we cannot really provide our derivatives products to them because it's prohibited by their Securities Act law. So we have to comply with that, even though it's a great market. So I think we're going to apply the same logic to other countries where if cryptocurrency is completely prohibited by their laws explicitly, then we cannot probably violate it and provide the services.
Right. So how about people that, for example, these laws are bypassed with VPNs. So how about people that come from these countries but are really interested in your project and intend to use VPNs? Will you be accepting use of VPN IP addresses on your project?
Yes, you can technically use VPN to change your location and jurisdiction, countries and regions. Yes, you can, but we still need a KYC to accept your money and then let it be used as a collateral. So, like, if you can pass KYC somehow, let's say you're coming from the one of the countries that are allowed to use the service, and somehow you're currently residing in another country that are not allowed to enter the service, and you can still use VPN to avoid that. But otherwise, I don't think it's that easy to penetrate all those KYC AMA checks that we do have. Because for some countries, even if you use VPN, your KYC also kicks in, and then you cannot probably use the service if your country doesn't allow you to trade any crypto products. So it's really case by case. You can use VPN, but there's a KYC checks. So
Cool. Here's my next question.
yep.
Some trading platforms allow copy trading. Where if I see, for example, that this particular person happens to get successful results, I can actually copy his trading patterns. Would you guys be allowing that on your platform?
Sorry, the connection was a bit unstable. Can you talk
All
again?
right. So I said some trading platforms usually allow copy trading, where I can actually look at someone else's trading pattern and then copy it to increase my chances of successful trading. Would you guys be allowing copy trading feature on your platform?
That's a great question. So this is one of the features that we're considering adding, but on the flip side, copy trading comes with some limitation. So, for example, let's say there's one good trader, everyone else wants to copy his portfolio. Um, copy trading doesn't really control the impact. And let's say if 10,000 of people are copying one person's portfolio all at the same time, you guys will push the market into the direction where you send the orders, and that will very likely decrease your investment performance. So copy trading, yes, it's a cool idea, but it should be applied in a careful way. So our team is still figuring out what's the proper way to deliver this feature.
Right, because decisions based on this copy trading might actually turn out to affect even the project itself. I don't know. Do you think so?
Sorry, can you speak again?
I mean, the concept of the copy trading might actually end up affecting your own project itself. Or is there any countermeasures you have just in case something happens about this case?
Yeah, again, the copy trading is something a bit controversial. I mean, like some platforms, they support copy trading, and we know the upside of it. I mean, you can utilize someone else's portfolio, you can rely on some good traders' insights. But again, I mean, it comes with the unexpected market impact, which you cannot easily control. And so our team is a bit cautious on copy trading. So.
All right. So while your team is deciding on that, here's another question. Would you be having a referral system on your project?
Yes, we will probably offer this referral program via ambassadors. Our marketing team are still carefully making rules and plans. So once we have the updates, we're going to post it at our social network channels.
All right. Aside from that, are there any other reward system that the members who are participating in projects will have?
We do. If you hold our tokens and stake it, you can enjoy the significantly less commission rates. You can participate our IEO, like initial offerings, in our platform, and we will do time to time like airdrops, coin airdrops, and many others. So you can read our white papers and then find a list of utilities that we're going to offer for the token holders.
All right. So speaking of, I also wanted going into airdrops. So speaking of airdrops, will these airdrops, who are eligible for these airdrops? Is it people who are already in the project or members of the outside who haven't come into your project before?
The plans have not been fixed yet, so we're thinking of many different airdrops. For example, like if you can stake your tokens and participate some IOs, and we're planning to allocate some portion to be randomly distributed. That's one case, and the other one is we're gonna work closely with some of the promising mainnet communities, and then once they have new token offerings, we're gonna get some allocations and we're gonna redistribute them back into our users if you stake our tokens. So there are several plans. Yes.
Okay. All right. These are some really cool plans. I intend to keep an eye on your projects. Great answers, Eugene. Over to you, Glenn.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions, Weston. Let's see, Venice, you had a question for the AQX team. Yongjin here. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, as thanks for allowing top crypto projects to or tokens to list with your exchange, I want to know what is the main criteria to get listed on your exchange, and what factors will you look on first if someone wants to list their cryptocurrency on your exchange?
Thank you for your question. Yeah, so there are several factors that our team considers. Like if it's a dApp project, then we'll definitely look at the underlying apps that they're already providing or will be providing, and also we're reviewing carefully if the tokenomics are sustainable, and then their token supply over time is reasonable and well distributed. And lastly, we're checking the team's backgrounds, what they have done in the past, and any relevant backgrounds and experience. We carefully check that. So yeah, those are the factors that we're going to consider, because we care that the tokens that we're offering initially should be promising and sustainable, so that our users will not lose money on that.
Okay, and sometimes we face the network is currently congested. Normally, we face this issue on Binance while withdrawing the assets. So I was wondering, have you considered this issue while testing your project, or created the environment where you can actually test it in real time?
Can you repeat your question? Sorry, the connection wasn't unstable.
Yeah, I was saying that sometimes we face the network is currently congested error while withdrawing the assets either on Binance or some other exchanges. So, have you considered this issue while testing your project or created the environment where you can test this kind of issues in real time?
Are you asking a congestion in the matching engine or congestion on the mainnet, or like withdrawing the coins? Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, when withdrawing the coins, sometimes we face congestion. So I was wondering how would you solve this issue, and have you tested your network or your exchange for these kind of issues so people can trade their tokens or withdraw their tokens without any delay or latency?
That's a very, very good question. So it's more like an operational trouble. So I mean, first of all, there's no absolute perfect solution to handle this because you know, some portion of the tokens should be stored in cold wallet, which means we also do need some time to withdraw them from cold to warm wallet. I mean hot wallet. So the hot wallet cold wallet operation, we'll definitely monitor if we expect a certain increase in redemption or withdrawal request on certain coin. We should actually preemptively move more coins from the cold wallet to hot wallet to prepare for that case. But there's no perfect way to prevent those incidents completely. I think it depends on the market volatility and certain coins, corporate actions. For example, let's say a certain coin undergoes hard forking or some events, airdrop events, then you can expect that a lot of people will withdraw those coins and put it into their own private wallet. So in this case, we will probably preemptively transfer a significant amount of tokens of that token from the cold wallet to hot wallet to prepare for like a large amount of withdrawals.
Okay, awesome. And I was listening in your AMA, and I read about your exchange, and you have a feature for the liquidation that I think not another exchange has. So I was wondering, do you also have any plan to integrate mobile phone SMS function into the future trading, or so when liquidation is about to hit, then investors can get an SMS notification, so they can always be in touch with their trades, so they can know when to decide or something to add in their liquidity.
Sure. We totally understand that it's 24/7 market, and then for derivatives products, you can always get liquidated. Your position has a constant risk of being liquidated. So yes, we currently do send out emails when it's close to the liquidation points, but we can definitely add SMS services. I mean messages to maybe push the messages more efficiently. And on top of that, yes, we will probably add more features like giving them more gradual, like multi-step warnings. So let's say like based on the increased volatility, your position, you still have margins, but you're likely to get liquidated overnight. We can add those kind of features to give you some alarms so that you can reduce your positions more in advance.
Okay, great, and thank you so much for answering my questions as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the questions, Venice. Let's move to Bosman. You had a question for the AQX team for Yongjin here. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Glenn. And to the team from AQX, thank you for the
Thank you.
explanation. And I just quickly want to ask this question since based on your background, you have a serious background in trading and all that. So I'm wondering maybe if there's any possibility for you guys to want to diversify into like say forex trading instead of just cryptocurrency trading alone. And also, if you will be offering maybe some kind of leverage trading, say maybe for token holders or something like that. So that's just my question. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the options that we we are preparing in the future. So we do have plans to offer some other products than just crypto. Let's say for some futures in oil, commodities, and equity index, and bonds, interest rate, and FX, and even some single name stocks in U.S. markets and other famous equity markets that are definitely on the table. But we need to get another license to provide those services, and then we're carefully reviewing our user backgrounds, whether how much percentage of our users want to get an opportunity to trade other products versus like there are other many interesting products in crypto that we will add. So we have to choose what comes with the higher priority. So yes, that's one of the options that we're considering, but we haven't decided yet.
Okay, thank you. What about the leverage stuff? Is that also in the future pipeline? Something?
What do you mean by leverage? Leverage is token, right? Oh yeah, that's definitely
Trading.
one of our that's in our plan. Yes, that's basically like leveraged ETFs that are offered to some of the U.S. markets. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So you were talking about some leverage tokens, let's say BTC Bull, BTC Short, or something like that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Whereby leverage trading, whereby maybe I can use let's say $1,000 and maybe get a leverage from the platform. Maybe
the
like
margin products.
1 to 20.
Yeah. Okay. So now I understand your question. So yeah, for margins in spot market, yes, we will have it. So you can leverage your $1,000, for example, to have $5,000 positions in BTC spot market. You can do that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Over to you, Glenn. Thank you.
Thank you
for the questions, Bosman. Sen, you had a question for the AQX team for Yongjin here. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to ask, do you have any partners, maybe with one of the metaverse, maybe as a means of exchange for one of the metaverses? Do you have any partners?
We are talking to one of the metaverse platforms right now, but we cannot really disclose the name yet. So yes, but more updates will be coming.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask, are we going to be able to trade other assets like maybe stocks, gold stocks or some like later, or it's just crypto?
For right now, it's just crypto because we need to acquire another license, CFD license, to offer stocks and commodities futures. But we do have plan to expand our, asset classes from just crypto to another assets. It really depends on like our business plan. I mean, how quickly we grow, and it really depends on what our users want. But yeah, that's one of our plans.
Okay. Okay, so I just got one simple question for you. Why should I use AQX instead of let's say Binance?
Yeah, it's a tough question to answer. Right now, yeah, I mean, we definitely have much less features than Binance provides, but as a small exchange, you're going to have much greater opportunity to make more money. For example, our token will be offered at probably much cheaper valuation than Binance does, and then we're backed by professional traders, so we can deliver better futures in the coming future. And then lastly, like for example, our events, let's say we distribute $100,000 for trading events. Let's say if Binance does offer the same events, you're competing with 10 million different users, where as a new exchange, your chance of getting more rewards is a lot higher for sure, right? So
True.
of course, our team is smaller, and then they definitely provide very fantastic products now. But I strongly believe that if you become one of our early users, you have some natural advantage of taking those opportunities.
Okay, wonderful. Is your token available for staking on PancakeSwap right now?
Yep, that's our plan.
All right.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for all the questions. Going back to the AQXT token, what's the timeline for that launching, and how can investors get involved? Is there a seed round, pre-sale, crowd sale? I think, yeah.
Yeah, we do. We do have multiple rounds. We plan to offer our tokens maybe around end of Q3 or beginning of Q4. I think the order of our feature delivery is we're going to have spot market and launchpad first, and then we're going to offer our tokens within our exchange exclusively. So stay tuned with more updates in our social media platforms.
Awesome, Yongjin. It's been great speaking to the project today and the AQX Central Exchange that you're building. It looks really exciting for our investors going into the future. We do say, the AMAs are for educational purposes only. Do your own research. It's not financial advice. Check out the website, the white paper, the community, and make your decisions from that. But yeah, it's a really promising central exchange that's going to be launching soon. So what was the sort of timeline, did you say, for the beta testing, and then when are you looking for the full launch of the central exchange, Yongjin?
Sure. We actually went through already open beta launching this week, so you can join and start playing with our features. We'll have spot market, we're going to have launchpad, and our mobile apps are coming in early Q4. So a lot more features are coming up, and then stay tuned with more updates in our channels.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming today, Yongjin, and the team at AQX Central Exchange. I'm looking forward to the future, and take care. Yeah, I think we've got 2 question winners as well. We had lots of great questions today, so thank you very much for the investors. Very enthusiastic. And yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, Yongjin, and take care.